I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the news, right? But we got this voter ID debate, and this actually gave me hope. You know what I'm saying? So I was watching CNN, and they actually was talking about voters ID in a way that I was like, oh, I can watch CNN because I really don't watch CNN like that because I feel like they are biased and they CNN to me they just like chaos. I feel like they never like if Trump do something good, they're not gonna report it. You know what I'm saying? They always just wanna report chaos, but they actually was reporting, the poll of what the people think about the voters ID, and I was surprised. And you guys gotta see this. I was actually pretty shocked because we know what CNN is known for.
Take a look here. Favorite photo ID to vote. 85% of white people favor it. 82% of Latino. 76% of black Americans favor it. So the bottom line is this. Voter ID is not controversial in this country. A photo ID to vote is not controversial in this country. It is not controversial by party, and it is not controversial by race. The vast majority of Americans agree with Nicki Minaj that, in fact, you should have a photo ID to be able to vote.
So something of a no.
So pretty much, they was reporting that most people believe that we actually need, they are in favor of voters ID. Like white people, 85%, Latino, 82%, and the blacks, 76%. That's a big percentage. You know what I'm saying? So the only people really that don't want voters ID is the Democratic Party, but we already know what's their motive. You know what I'm saying? Because I already like was looking, and it's like 14 states that don't even require like ID for you to vote, and that's just a mess to me. You know what I'm saying? And all those 14 states are like Democrat. Uh, that they are like blue states. So I already know they on some bullshit. And I feel like we as the people are like doing the job for the Democratic Party. And what I mean doing the job for them is that we let the Democratic Party, you know, for instance, like if we say like the economy is bad, they gonna tell us, uh no, but the Republicans are racist. What the fuck that got to do with anything? It's like the only argument of things going like the if we say that they need to fix this, the only argument is saying that the Republicans are racist. And I'm like, that's all you guys gotta say. Like if you really pay attention to Democrat politician, all they saying is like, no, they are racist. What the hell? Even I was watching uh I think it's Chuck Schumer, and he was saying that the reason why he don't agree with the voters ID is because it's gonna take rights of like women. But he was saying that like basically, if a woman is married and they ask for voters ID, maybe, or documents, because she already changed her name, it's not gonna match, so it's gonna cause complication. But like, what the fuck that got to do with anything? Like, if voting is something serious, that can't, because when we got a presidential election, that shit can do that shit's gonna define the future of the country. The direction that the country's gonna go for the next 4 or 8 years. So we need to make sure we this is actually working. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure like there is no scamming going on, there is no fraud going on. We need to make sure that the people that's voting is the people that is supposed to be voting. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely uh, think that we should not make the job easier for the Democratic Party. Feels like everything they tell us we believe them. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we should push back on a lot of things that they saying. Just like we push back on the Republican Party. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the we give more hard time to the Republicans than to the Democratic. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why. I just be confused. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we need to actually say, nah, we yeah, we need that voters ID. You know what I'm saying? We need to make sure that whoever is voting is supposed to be voting. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, now that we got 20 million people that just got in this country legally, now more than ever, I feel like we need voters ID because a lot of those peoples, they could go and be voting. Like in states that they don't require ID, those people can go vote. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? That is a big problem. And you already know that these people that just came here illegally, these 20 million people, they're not ever gonna be voting for Republican. Because the Democrats always gonna remind them like we was the one who had your back. Remember, when Trump was trying to get you out of here, we was the one who was trying to defend you. So you know you should vote for. It's just gonna happen, bro. So no, we should absolutely make sure that the people who's voting is the people who's supposed to be voting. You know what I'm saying? You know that is even when you go to college, it is even in college you get ID. It is a college ID. Wherever college you go, there is a college ID. There is driver license. There is actually ID card identification. You know what I'm saying? Before you get a license, you get a card identification. That's ID. By the way, for you to travel aboard, you need a passport. That's it, not like ID. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I saying somebody need an ID. He's not trying to be racist. They just saying we need to make sure that you can be voting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I definitely feel like I don't know. It's just weird. The Democratic Party is the only ones that are against ID. It's just crazy to me. They really fighting this fight.